Hello and welcome back in my reading corner. Thanks for joining me in reading in another time and unboxing the Once Upon a Book Club. So if you see this box for the first time, this is a special kind of book box that I really do enjoy because it has a little bit of a different concept. And I think that this was the November box, which I will be reading in December. Now, it's almost at the end of the month and I want to finish this. And I've had a really strong reading month so far and I'm quite looking forward to starting this. So In Another Time is historical fiction. We are following this 17-year-old girl. I'm not sure how her name is pronounced. It's Macy or something. And this is a romance that plays in the Second World War in Scotland. So we're combining two things that are completely out of my comfort zone, that are not really what I like to read usually, historical fiction and romance. But I will give this a try because it came in this box. And yeah, I mean, a really strong reading month with a lot of good books is the perfect time to do this. Also, I have been giving this away as part of my 12 days of Christmas giveaways, so I need to finish it so I can actually be done in time for a winner to get this book. This book, by the way, has a beautiful cover. I love this cover. Came in this box, as I already mentioned. This is the Once Upon a Book Club box, one of the most beautiful boxes in my opinion. And in this box, we have, I believe, 3 to 5 gifts usually. So there's 4 gifts and they have page numbers attached to them. So we're starting on page 98 with this one, then page 115 with this one, then we have page 310 with this one, and then 328, where this one is most likely is just some nostalgia. So you're only supposed to be opening these items once you get to the page number that is written on here. And then usually it just brings something out of the book to life. So it somehow correlates to what's happening in the book, which I find quite exciting. With this box, we're also always getting a postcard with a quote. This says, "She believed she could, so she did." This is an amazing quote. I love this. The postcard is quite plain and simple though. Then we have some advertising, also beautifully packed in this envelope. Usually some perks that come with this Once Upon a Wine. So this is like a wine subscription, I guess. Probably not going to be able to do that from the US. Audiobooks, advertising, Britannica Kids, like a subscription for homework or something. The Bookminder, book 1. It's an exclusive discount on an ebook. And what's the last thing here? It looks like a book club kit for the book Little Comfort. I will keep all this in the box though, because all this will go to the winner. Let's see. All right, so we have 4 gifts to open. Put them back in here. 3 real gifts and 1 most likely just a nostalgic item that correlates with something that's happening in the book. Usually that can be things like letters or photographs or something, not something of real value. So let's get to reading this book. I do want to read this pretty much in one sitting. So let's get some coffee going and then dive in to a genre that is not my favorite and hopefully I still like, because I really want to like this book. Let's go. So I just started chapter 3, and so far I have to say I'm getting into this quite easily. For a historic fiction, this is quite easy to read for me. Usually I have a hard time getting into it because like, for example, the language is weird or different, or just some things are weird to me. I mean, I don't mind fantasy set in like a medieval setting, but a lot of historic fiction just feels so snobby and stoic, if you know what I mean, and this doesn't. And I feel like we're getting very, very quickly into what this book is going to be about, hopefully. I mean, that's what I caught from the quick info, that like this 17-year-old girl is working in this in the timber corps, the women's timber corps in Scotland, and within the first 2 chapters we're already meeting the love interest, and it doesn't feel forced in a wrong way so far. It feels realistic to the times. I have no idea about the times, like about the 1940s really, but it doesn't feel wrong to me without me having too much knowledge of the time. So, so far, I'm actually quite liking it so far. So let's see where this goes. So I'm up to chapter 6, and so far I'm quite impressed, to be honest. I was fearing that this is too romancy, but so far this is basically about these women's lives, their relationship between each other, and how they're becoming lumberjills. So this is captivating, really, and I'm totally living for this. This is so much fun. I totally didn't expect this to be, and very, I don't know, approachable and relatable, and it still feels like historical fiction. It feels like it's set in a different time, but it doesn't feel strange and weird and foreign. Yeah, it's fun so far. I am quite surprised, to be honest, how much fun I think this is. So I just reached page 98, and it's time for the first gift opening. I am still really impressed with this book. I am just, I don't know, soaking this whole story up. Time is moving so fast. I'm completely in this. I don't know, didn't expect it. Loving the story so far. It's very much about friendship and about the woman at the time at this point, and not so much about like an insta-love romance or something. So I really appreciate how this is developing so far. Let's see where this goes. But first, let's open page 98. And it's, I mean, when I opened the box, it's quite clear that this is some sort of book or something. And the book leads me to think something quite similar, because we are talking about somebody having a notebook, and the last sentence says, and she took a few steps toward him so she could read this title. So let's open it. Let's try and be careful, because I do want to rewrap this eventually. I love the packaging, by the way. Okay. In Flanders Fields and Other Poems. Oh, wow. Okay. So this is like a book with poems. I didn't expect that, but that's pretty cool, isn't it? Now, the next gift is already on page 115, and I won't be able to open it as neatly as this one. It's very soft. This is most likely some type of fabric. So yeah, let's read on. And we're already to page 115. Well, that was pretty quick, but in this few pages, it turned from being about friendship and women and like in the war, etc. The romance came in a little bit strong for me, my taste. It didn't come in that strong, to be honest, but it's like poetry and romance, and oh no, I'm just, this is what I don't like about romance. But I'm sure that every person who loves reading romance would swoon over how, like, what is happening. It's still intriguing, and I still want to read on. So if the rest of the book is not like the last few pages, I'm going to love it. If it's going to be just that, ooh, no. But, well, let's open page 115's gift. All right, so page 115's gift is looking like that. And at this point in the book, we are talking about... she happily agreed to Rose's suggestion that wearing a pretty headscarf might keep her head out of her face. So this might be a headscarf. Let's try and open this carefully. I want to open this carefully, but I don't know how. And we have Macy's headscarf. Oh, that is actually quite beautiful. How does this work? This obviously is not for me, but I do think this is a beautiful item. The fabric is really soft. This tag tells us that it's actually Macy's headscarf. This is an awesome item. So far we have the poetry and the headscarf. I think that's pretty cool items. So far I'm loving this box. Impressed by the book. If it doesn't like go full on poetry romance from now on and stays a little bit about the women and like the friendship and everything. And we have one more gift on page 310, and we have this on like 328, which is probably just a letter or something, nothing of like value. So one more gift, which I'm looking forward to, but it's a long time until then. It's like 200 pages to open the next gift. So let's get to it. Oh boy, I hope it picks up again, because I'm getting bored by like this drama between these two, and I don't know, it's just the beginning was so promising and captivating, and I want that feeling back of like, you know, this, it's too much about drama between these two without there being real drama, if you know what I mean. Also, what's really annoying me is that there's this one character who's supposed to be not really a villain, but like a not nice, bad person or something. Just somebody who our main protagonist is annoyed by. And this character is so one-dimensional. It's like she's just too much of annoying and too... she's not enough of a character, really. I want more depth to a character that's supposed to be like this annoying whatever. So I kind of feel annoyed reading about her, not because this person is annoying, but because she's painted so one-dimensionally. I don't know how to explain it differently, but it's too easy. It's like, give her more substance, and then too much drama without there being drama. Let something happen, please. Or, I mean, I guess something did happen, not really happen, but there was like this revelation or like this new fact, and I didn't see it coming, but it like one page and then it was over again. I mean, give me more, give me a little bit more, please. So I'm on page 226 by now, and I guess some things are happening, but I don't care really. I mean, I asked for something to happen and things are happening. It's nice. It's nicely written. Can't complain. It's just not for me. What has captivated me in the beginning just came back for a few hunches and like blips here and there. Other than that, I can't get back into it as much as I hoped I would. Anywho, so far it really sounds like a book. I think people who love romance and like character relationships and like this stuff probably will love. So nothing's wrong with it. I just can't get into what's happening. That's all. And nothing majorly happening. I mean, nothing's happening where I'm like, oh, I don't want that to happen. It's just like not my type of story. That's all. Well, on page 310 now, time to open the last like material gift before we get to the nostalgic one. I am quite certain that this book is brilliant for people who love romance and just love reading about, I don't know, like people who love like drama, romancy, getting together kind of stuff, and who like things that play in like the 30s, 40s. It's beautifully written and it's overall enjoyable. I'm just so over this story by now. I'm just annoyed by the relationship stuff, even though there's no good reason for it. So it's not the book, it's me. I really did try, but let's try and open the last gift. So we're talking about mugs. Nancy handed one of the mugs to Macy. It's more like tar, and there's no milk left either. But at least it's warm. So this is quite light for a mug, but there's got to be a mug in here, right? There we go. Oh, and it has, ooh, like this tea infuser thingy. That's cute. Let's see what's on the mug. The adventure begins. That's quite cute. This is very light, but that's pretty cool. And this is a little tree. Is this to sit it down? I mean, oh yeah. So you have your little tree. I mean, this is cute. I don't really use these. I drink a lot of tea, but I don't really use these. I use bigger like strainers because I don't like when the tea is smushed together like this. I really want the tea to have room because the leaves, when they soak up, they get large, and I just feel like it tastes better if they have room. But this is a really cool item, and together with this mug, I have to say this is definitely one of the best boxes, I feel like, for these items. So we have the poetry, the headscarf, a mug, and the tea strainer. This is really, really good. I really do like the collection of items. So there's only like 50 pages left. There's one more item to open, which is, as I said, most likely only nostalgic. There's a letter here. So yeah, I can't wait to finish this story, to be honest, because as I said, I'm quite over it. It's a cute story, but like, it's just not my type of story, I guess. That's just it. So let's finish up this book. As I said, I do believe that this is a book that a lot of people who like this type of story will most likely love, because the writing is beautiful and it has captivated me throughout. Like, even though I usually don't even like to read it, I liked reading this, and I'm happy that I did and that this box made me read it. But I can just, it just confirms that romance stories, like pure romance stories, and especially historical romances, are just not the right thing for me. So that's just it. So let's finish it up. Can I just say one more thing? This like second relationship romance thing, this underlying thing that is happening here, it annoys me so much too. It feels like it's forcedly in there, kind of, because it feels like there needs to be some, how to say it without spoiling anything. It feels like the author felt some kind of pressure to have that kind of stuff in there. Any type of like, oops, she doesn't really have diversity in here, I believe. Not really. It's just all, and I feel like the second romance story, it just feels forced, just to have more than just with this one relationship, and to have some form of, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to say it any better. We are down to page 328, and the last item. Oh, this is getting heartbreaking, and like, if you love like these sad romancy thingies and like World War and sad and like, oh, you might be crying. I don't know. Let's see how this, like, I do want to know on these last 30 pages what happens. Even though I'm so over the romance, I do want to know how this finishes up. All right, so the last thing, I kind of already know what's in there. I don't know if I should open this up, because this is just going to be a letter. We're talking about a letter, and this is the letter in here. And I think I will not open this up, because it's just going to be a piece of paper, not an item to actually look at. It's beautifully done, and so is probably the inside as well. I will keep that closed up, because this box, including the book, is going to one of my 12 Days of Christmas giveaways winners, and I want the winner to have the full experience, and being able to open up this unopened letter is part of it. So I'm not opening this up, because I already know what's in here, because it's written in here. All right, let's read the last 30-ish pages and see how this story turns out. Maybe I'm getting invested in this after all. Let's see. Oh my gosh, are you serious? I am starting to get annoyed by this. And then this, I mean, romance and two like Hollywood happy ending romances annoy me anyways. And too much like romance drama and like childish drama gets on my nerves, and some of it just hits that spot that's annoying me. I'm not explaining exactly what it is, as again I don't really want to spoil you, but that nerve is being hit a lot. So I'm like eyes rolling, being annoyed, and we have only like 20 pages left. Well, this is it for In Another Time. It's too romancy for me. But honestly, this is a wonderful book. The book is doing nothing wrong. It's delivering what it promises. It's just that what it promises is just not up my alley. So, not my thing, but a wonderful book. And if you like romance, if you like historical fiction, this is a total winner. Also, I think the box that it came in was a total winner as well. You've seen the items that I pulled out. They were amazing. This is the last box that I've received so far, and I really do want to get more, but I'm paying together with shipping like $60, between 60 and 70 US dollars, and that is just a little bit too steep for me to continue for these items, to give them all away. I'm quite sure that I will order it again in future because I love this concept, and if you do live in the US and you kind of like that concept too, pick it up. It's an amazing concept and it's so much fun, and the quality was really good today. I've had like some boxes where I wasn't as convinced, but this one was good. This one makes me want to subscribe again. No, I'm testing out other boxes for now. But yeah, this is it for today. Let me know how you liked this type of video. If you liked what you saw, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you again really soon. Bye!